All right, so today we're going to get into pH calculations and how to do all the different, or get around all the different calculations that you're going to be using for pH and acids and bases. So first of all, what is pH? It's the log, the negative log of the H plus concentration. So we use this little box to kind of help us get around. So each corner has a different basically stopping point, and then how you get from one corner to another is kind of in between. So for instance, if I have the H plus and I want to know the pH, I would do the negative log of the H plus concentration. Or if I know the OH minus and I want to know the POH, I would do the negative log of the OH minus concentration. pH plus POH always equals 14. So if I know one or the other of these, I just subtract it from 14, and that would get me my the other one I don't have. So if I have pH, I subtract 14 minus pH, that would give me the POH. And then if I know H plus and I want to figure out OH minus, the H plus concentration times the OH minus concentration equals Kw, which is the equilibrium constant for water, which is 1 times 10 to the negative 14th at 25 degrees Celsius. So we're assuming these are all at 25 degrees Celsius. So on this assignment, what you're going to be doing is I've given you one of the values, and you basically need to figure out what the other values are by going around this. And I have it either you're going to go clockwise or counterclockwise. That's just to get you familiar with how to do all the different possible variations of these. So I'm going to go through the first couple with you. So if this is my H plus concentration. So to get to OH minus, I need to do this, okay? Because I need to go clockwise, which is this direction, okay? So I'm going to do, if I know the H plus, I'm trying to find the OH minus, I'm going to do 1 times 10 to the minus 14th divided by my H plus concentration. So 1e negative 14 divided by 4.19 E negative 4. And I want you to keep correct sig figs. So there's 3 sig figs here. So we get this one would be 2.39 times 10 to the negative 11th. Okay, and if I go here, now this gets me to POH, so I'm going to do the negative log of this. So negative log 2.39 times 10 to the negative 11th. And that gets me my POH, which is 10.621. Now, one key thing here, 10.621. Notice this looks like a lot more than 3 sig figs, okay? When we're doing the logs and we're doing pH and POH, the numbers in front of the decimal do not count as sig figs. It's only what's after the decimal. And the reason for that is when we're doing logs, the number in front of the decimal is basically the power of 10 that we're talking about. So it's not really part of the number itself. I know it's confusing, but when we're looking at sig figs for pH and POH, all we're looking at is after the decimal. So if we have after the decimal, we have 3, we're good. Okay? And then the last step, so if I'm at POH, I'm trying to get to pH, I'm going to do 14 minus. So 14 minus 10.621. That gets me 3.379. Okay? All right, let's do one counterclockwise then. So now I'm here. Let's do this one. So I'm starting at H plus, and I'm going to go pH first. So negative log 2.54 times 10 to the negative ninth gets me 8.595. That's my pH. All right, and then if I keep going, I need my pOH. So this is 14 minus 8.595, 5.405. And now I'm at pOH, I'm trying to get to OH minus. So this is to get from pOH to OH minus, you do 10 to the negative pOH. Same thing is true over here. To get from, you do the, it's called the anti-log. So 10 to the negative pOH or 10 to the negative pH. So if I'm trying to get OH minus, I'm going to do 10 to the negative to the negative 5.405. And that gets me that big long number. I want to put it in scientific notation. So 3.94 times 10 to the negative sixth. Okay. All right, so I did 2 rows for you. If it was on the screen. And let me know if you have any questions.